What's up, man? I'm about to get started on these two North Carolina quarters. I'm gonna make some rings out of them. First, I'm gonna give them a little polish before I get started. How's it going, man? Just getting a little prep work in, getting these shiny before I get started. There we go. Yeah, I got some in from Brandon today. He got me a whole little sack of Virginias and Alabamas. That was pretty cool. Alright, we got quite a few people in here. To those who are new, I'm Coin Ring Maker. I make coins into rings. And today we've got two North Carolina quarters. And we're going to make these into rings right before your eyes. So if you want to hang out and watch, that's totally cool with me. But before we get started, I just want to plug my website. If at any point you want to get a ring while you watch me do this, go to coinringmaker.com and tap the Etsy button. I have lots of different types of rings that I make that are available. They're all pretty cool, and it's the best way you can support me. So I really appreciate all my orders. But now I've got that plug out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do is punch a hole in these quarters, and to do that we got to go down to the floor. If y'all want to watch me make these into rings, go ahead and type ring into the comment section. See how many people we can get to say ring real quick. I see one. There's a couple. All right. That's good enough for me. Thank you very much, guys. We got a couple rings in the chat. That's what I like to see. So this part I got to get down on the floor. It's a little grungy down here. I apologize. But sometimes to do cool stuff, you got to get a little grungy. So this is my hole punch tool. I'm going to place a quarter in here. You can see it fits in there very nicely. We'll put the top on there. And we'll put the punch in. If you are worried about whether this is legal or not, I do have a pretty brief blog post at coinringmaker.com. There's a button there, you can tap that and read it real quick. It'll answer all your questions. But the short answer is, you know those penny smashers at theme parks? It's basically the same legal framework. Like, if they can do that, I can do this. So we're gonna punch a hole in this quarter with a hammer. Check this out, this is cool. Bam. Now we've got a nice center punch. This is the Wright brothers, the first airplane. It's a pretty good little center punch. And I gotta push this out real quick, so give me just a second. And we'll go ahead and do this other coin. We're doing two at the same time today. That's pretty fun. There's the second one. Give you a good look at it before you punch a hole in it. There we go. If you guys like my work, don't forget to follow. If you know anybody who would enjoy this live, feel free to share it. Appreciate that. There we go, there's our second center punch. You can see the airplane, and on the back you can see George Washington's beautiful face. All right, I'm gonna show you how I get this punch out of here real quick. Where did I get that punch? All my tools can be found at coinringmaker.com. There's a button there that says recommended tool list. And that's the easiest way to find the tools I use. I also have videos showing you how to use them and links on where to get them. So that's the thing to do. So we got a punch in here, and it's pretty tight, and I don't want to damage it to remove it. So what I use is a smaller punch. I put that on top here, and I push it out. That way there's no hammering or anything, and our coin comes out nice and cut. Doesn't that look good? That's pretty cool, right? What do you guys think so far? Is that pretty neat? You ever seen anybody do stuff like this? Always like being the first coin ring maker that people see. Let's see here. I gotta clean up this stuff a little bit so we can get to the next step. There we go. I can make rings out of coins that people send me. It's a lot easier to work with the coins I already have. I have a decent collection of coins, and like I said, if you want to get something, the best way to do it is to go to coinringmaker.com and tap the Etsy button and just see what I already have in stock. If you have like a sentimental coin or just kind of a rarer coin you definitely want ringed, try and get in touch with me. Comment on one of my videos and I'll DM you about it. Let me catch my breath real quick. Whew! There's a lot of talking real fast. Okay. Good afternoon. Welcome to the live. It's good to see you, Social Robin. So the next part, since we just punched a hole in here, this cut edge is actually quite rough and sharp. So this would be very uncomfortable, and it also increases the likelihood of the ring snapping when I start to stretch and shape it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away some of that edge. Silver rings they're just kind of different. They're actually softer, so the likelihood of them snapping is higher. They're like more brittle than copper, so you have to be a little extra careful with them. There are some things I like about them and some things I don't. What do I do with the punch out? I'm actually going to show you guys what I do with these. For this specific order, I'm making a keychain out of these ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch a hole somewhere up here on the top and attach a keychain to it. I'm out of breath today. I also make pins out of them, so you can put them on like a hat or your shirt. Those are two options you can pick, or you can just get a ring if you like. But I do like making stuff out of these because they're really cool. The newest thing I've done with them is I've kind of customized my own coin. You see this? So I've got these for sale now. And I think they're just the cutest little coins ever. I love them. So you can get these now at coinringmaker.com, and you can show them off to your friends. I'm thinking about trying to make these into keychains as well. It's a little tricky to find a spot on here where I can add a hole. So I think right now I'm just going to keep them as coins. Yeah, there's a blog post on my website that explains the legality of all this. But I'm going to get back into making these. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut away the sharp edge on this coin. Okay, guys? We're just going to smooth that off. Y'all go ahead and tap screen a whole bunch. This is kind of a slow step. So if you haven't checked out the website, this is a good time to do it. This step takes me about 3 minutes. So if you want to check out some of the stuff I make, I totally don't mind you hopping over to coinringmaker.com and checking out my portfolio there and then coming back. Totally cool with me. And then we can get into the exciting stuff of shaping and forming these rings. This is called a deburring tool. They're actually in just hardware stores and stuff. They're pretty cool. It's just this really sharp curved blade, and because of the way it's shaped and it pivots on this axis, you can round off circular edges really well with it. It's very useful. And they're only like $8 to $10. They're not very expensive. And doing this is also going to reduce the chance, once I start stretching this ring, of it snapping or breaking because of cracks that would have been here. What's going on, man? I'm just working on these two North Carolina quarters. I just got this one deburred. And let's see if we can give you a side-by-side look at the difference, the before and after. That's kind of what I'm doing. See how much smoother that is? And there's like a gradual bend to it instead of like the sheer cutoff. But yeah, after I get this deburred, we'll go ahead and start folding these, and they'll start looking like rings. That's your state? That's what's up. Nice. Kismet. I don't know, I've always heard it be called a deburring tool. I'm not sure what a camifer. I can't even pronounce that, man. I've heard deburring tool. Alright. So we're going to go back over here to the press. How's it going? What we're working on right now is these two North Carolina quarters. We're making them into rings. Let me find the other one. Here it is. And we're going to put them on this doming block here. Now, this thing's pretty cool. It says like half hemispheres, and it allows you to bend metal. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our quarter. We're going to put it state down, because that's what we want on the outside of the ring. Take a decent sized ball bearing, pop that on top of there, make sure it's nice and even, and we're going to do our first fold. Sounds good to me, Robin. I'd love to make you a ring. There we go. There's our first fold. Oh, I see. Go ahead and fold this next one. There we go. We got a nice cone shape. I'm going to go ahead and push this a little further. We'll stretch it one more time. Get my correct die here. I'm glad you enjoyed the article. Me and Kay had a lot of fun working on that. But that's a question I just got over and over and over again. I heard it like maybe 100 times before I was like, I just need to send people to a resource that can answer all their questions. How much for one? The best way to find my pricing is to go to coinringmaker.com and tap the Etsy button. Yes, I have an article that explains the legality of making jewelry out of coins. That's also at coinringmaker.com. There's buttons for each of those. And if you want to check out the prices, yeah, it's just on my Etsy. I just have a bunch of different rings. I have stuff from like $4 up to $200. Yeah, it's just a common question I get a lot. So maybe after the 100th time, I was like, okay, I need to write something. Yeah, the big thing is there's different laws for coins and like paper currency. And I think a lot of people get hung up on like fraud clauses and confused on like the legal jargon. But this is totally legal. There's like thousands of people on the earth who make these every day. I know it doesn't seem like a common thing, but once you start getting into it, you find out how many more people are doing it. And you're like, wow, there's like communities of coin ring makers. It's pretty wild. So the next step, if you look real close here at this cut edge, we're going to address this again. See, we're getting some roughness from that folding. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand it on a nail file block. And yeah, that's basically it. One is like, if I was committing fraud, if I was like making pennies into dimes, that would be illegal. That's illegal. But I'm not doing that. I'm clearly telling you, like, this is jewelry now. It's not money. Don't try and spend it. They're rings. There we go. We almost got 100 people in here. That's pretty cool. Anybody who's just joining the live, what I'm working on today is 2 North Carolina quarters. We're making them into rings. It's pretty cool. Again, I'm sorry. This is probably not the best view, but what I'm working on here is smoothing out this cut edge on a nail file block. And that's, yeah, it looks a lot better. And that's going to prevent these from snapping when we stretch them on my ring stretcher, which is the next step. It's going to be over here. Well, this is a pretty cool tool right here. So when I push up this lever, right, these splines move outward, and that's going to stretch this ring. And I'm going to put this ring on there, and I'm going to stretch it until this reeded edge is even with the ring stretcher. This is a very helpful tool. There we go. So that's what we've got so far with this one, and I can do a side-by-side showing you guys the difference between this step, like before and after. What do you guys think of that? That's pretty cool, right? So what we're going to do next, yeah, stretch it out, is we're going to make this top one look like this bottom one. Go, nice and snug on there. Looking kind of ring-like. Kind of. I don't use any solder, and I didn't use any fire on these rings either. These are all basically hand-made. No power tools, no nothing. For the people who've been here so far, I've used like a hammer, an arbor press, and a ring stretcher, and nail files. That's about it. If you'd like to see my recommended tool list, you can find that at coinringmaker.com. If you'd like to order a coin ring made by me, you can also find my shop at coinringmaker.com by tapping the Etsy button. But let's take a look at this ring real quick, okay? Let's get real close here. You can see it's not perfectly straight edged, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so if we just let that sit on its side there, you can see there's a slant to it. One side is definitely wider than the other. So I'm going to address that right now. We're going to fix that. How does the ring stretcher work? Oh. You guys can see me, right? Say yes if you can see the live. My phone just went stupid because of my charger. Okay, so the ring stretcher works by pulling up on this lever. It pushes a cone-shaped rod up here. You can see it come out right here. You see that? So that cone-shaped rod spreads out these splines, which in turn stretches the ring that's on here. And after every subsequent stretch, I move the ring down a little bit so that it's able to stretch further and further. And it's actually a very cool tool. I like it a lot. Let's go back over here and we'll set this up to fix these walls. And this is called a reduction die right here. No problem. If anybody has any questions during the live, feel free to ask. I really like sharing what I do and how it works. It's kind of my thing. Let's see here. So we're going to pop this in here and we're going to even out these walls. So this is a 17-degree cone that gets smaller on the inside. Yeah, dude, we broke 200. I'm stoked. You can see how it, man, that focus a little bit here, camera. I zoomed in one time and it's like I'm never gonna focus again. There we go. Okay, so you can see the cut edge is kind of flared out now instead of the reeded edge, which is flared out on the other one. So we're going to reduce that that cut edge and make them even. I found a silver coin smashed into a band ring. Did you make that one? No. No, I don't smash my coins. I try and be very delicate. I try and keep as much detail on the coin as possible. How many times can you do that? Stretch and reduce it? You can do it quite a few times. In fact, this is not only how you shape a ring, this is how you size it. So if I went too small with this ring or too big, I would just go back and forth between this and the ring stretcher until I got either the size or shape I was looking for. So now we've got that nice and even. See how much nicer that looks? See if we can do a side by side. Any tips on coin ring slightly smaller without a mold? Most ring stretchers come with these reduction dies. I'm not a big fan of them just because they're kind of curved instead of straight, like 17-degree angles. So I prefer this one. This is my favorite reduction die. I think it's about $30. You can find it on my recommended tool list at coinringmaker.com, and this is the best reduction die for quarters I have found. As far as is this illegal, I have a blog post on my website. It'll take you like 3 minutes to read, and it should answer all your questions. Yeah, I'm not breaking the law. No, you're fine. I appreciate you asking. So we're going to go ahead and reduce this one too. And anybody interested in getting a coin ring for yourself or as a gift for someone else, coinringmaker.com is the place to do it. Since we've got about 300 people in here, I'm going to give you all a coupon. I'm going to give you a little bit of incentive. Does anybody want a coupon? Type coupon in the chat. And I'll tell y'all a coupon code for some coin rings. Who wants a coupon? Anybody? Anybody want a coupon code? Type it in the chat. Let me see. There we go. We got a couple. That's what I like to see. Very nice. Alright, y'all can use the coupon code WELCOME. It's going to save you 10% on anything in my shop. And I appreciate y'all coming to the live. I appreciate you watching. So I'm going to give you a little bonus there. Just the word WELCOME. Save you 10%. Anything you want to order. It's a pretty good deal. Very nice. Alright. Anybody who didn't hear, you can save 10% at coinringmaker.com with the coupon code WELCOME. That's right. So there are our rings so far. They're looking so nice. Aren't those pretty? I'm going to go ahead and check the ring size on them. These are supposed to be size 8. This one needs to be reduced just a little bit. Yeah, as far as whether this is legal or not, bud, I have a blog post about that at coinringmaker.com. It'll take you about 3 minutes to read, and that'll explain it all to you. I consulted a lawyer and worked with her to write that. I'm perfectly in my rights to make jewelry out of coins. People have been doing it for over 100 years. It's not that big of a deal. And it's so much fun. I really, really enjoy doing this. There we go. Well, for anybody who missed just a little bit ago, it looks like we had quite a few people pop in here. I just offered a coupon code for coinringmaker.com. You can get 10% off. Yeah, I can ship worldwide. The coupon code is WELCOME, and you can save 10% anything at coinringmaker.com. There's a bunch of cool stuff there, ranging from like $4 to $200. Yeah, coupon code WELCOME, and that'll work for like till the end of the year. Like you can save that coupon code, and like if you don't want to order something today, like I get it, but like if you want to come back later and you're like, oh, this would make a cool gift for so and so. Thank you very much. I appreciate your order, man. I just saw that come through. You can save that coupon code WELCOME. It'll save you 10% for like the rest of the year. So if you guys want to come back, I do have Morgan coin rings. You want to see some? They're pretty. Check this out. No, my name's not Derek. This is a 1890 Morgan dollar. I wish it would focus. These details are really nice on here. You can see the eagle on the inside there. And then this is what it looks like if the back is on the outside. Yours would be cleaner than this. This was just kind of an experiment with darkening rings, as you can see. But it's just an example of what it looks like. I can do 2 different widths. I've got a thicker band and a thinner band. By default, I do the thicker band. If you would like a thinner band, just request it when you order. These are $200. They take me about 2 days to make. They take a bunch of attention, and I really don't want to mess them up. So if I'm paid well for them, I know I'm going to do a good job. So these Morgan dollars are $200 right now. But with the coupon code WELCOME, you can save 10% if you're interested. Now this is another really nice silver ring I make. This is a Texas silver quarter. This is one of my favorite rings to wear. I really like how this looks. So if anybody here from Texas wants like a super unique ring, that nobody else has seen before, handmade here in the United States. This is it, man. This is the ring. It's pretty cool. I really like this one. But yeah, if you don't believe me, like this is a Morgan dollar right here, and this is a Morgan dollar ring. So you can see. How much is the Texas ring? I think they're $80. The best thing to do is to go to coinringmaker.com and just check the prices there. I have about 40 different listings, so it's hard for me to remember the pricing on everything. I do have Oklahoma quarters as well. Yeah. I think I can show you one. Yeah. So this one's a little rough. It's not polished up, but that's what an Oklahoma quarter coin ring would look like. It's got these real nice flowers on it. I do. Yeah, I make these rings and I sell them. If you'd like to get one, go to coinringmaker.com and tap the Etsy button. We hit 300 people on this live, so I've been giving out a coupon code that'll save you 10%. It's welcome. So just type welcome in, you'll save 10% on your order. There we go. And I want to show you guys something. There's a little difference between some of the rings I make. So like this Oklahoma one, this is just a regular Oklahoma quarter. This is copper. You see on the inside, you can see that kind of reddish tint. And this Texas one, this one is 90% silver. So you look on this cut edge, and that's all silver right there. So if you have a reaction to copper, if copper doesn't agree with you, I don't recommend getting the copper ones. Like if you want to get a nice state quarter ring, I would recommend getting a silver one. I know they're a little bit more expensive, but you'll get something that's going to last a long time, and it's going to look really good. But if copper doesn't bother you, then go for it. Yeah, I check all my coins before I make any rings out of them. Sorry, let me go through here. Anybody who said it's illegal, I have a blog post at coinringmaker.com. Takes you about 3 minutes to read. It'll explain that this is not illegal. The short answer is basically, you know those penny smashers at amusement parks? You know where you can get like a shark or like a SeaWorld smushed penny? It's basically the same legal framework there. These Morgans are nice, huh? I love showing these off. They're very nice. But I gotta get back to work. Let's see here. So we got these 2 North Carolina quarters. We need to smooth the cut edge one more time on these. And then we can throw them in the tumbler. And while these are tumbling, we can make... it's similar tooling, but like it's bigger. Like this one I use for quarters. This one I use for Morgans, so it's similar, but bigger. I can't make a bracelet out of $1. I don't have the tools to do that right now. But it is possible. One of my coin ring makers, buddy Asmogeek, he's currently working on making bangles, but he just started. And I was just making quarter coin rings, so these Morgans are kind of new to me. I just started doing them probably 2 weeks ago. and I'm like addicted to them. I really like making them. So the next step, since these are the right shape and the right size and all smoothed out, is to put them in a tumbler and get them nice and shiny. So let me get that set up. So we're gonna put them in this thing. It's got this medium in here, little stainless steel balls and things that look like UFOs. They're pretty cool. Yeah, I love the Morgans. They're really nice. We're just gonna pop our rings in here. And this has just soapy water in it. So once we start running it, we're gonna get a bunch of soap bubbles, which is cool. And this is just going to clean these up really nice for us. And while these get clean, we can make some keychains. So this is the tumbler. And basically it's just going to rotate these and polish them up and get them nice and clean for me. Save me a little bit of hand power. This is probably the only thing I plug in to make coin rings. And this is new. I got this about a week ago. Before that it was all hand polished. So while those are polishing over there, we're going to take these punches. Who's been here since the beginning and remembers these center punches? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to make these into keychains. To do that, I'm going to use this big blue monster over here. This is my Mega Metal Hole Punch tool. Super cool. And I'm just going to be real careful, make sure I can line this up right. There we go. I'll go ahead and do the other one real quick. Very nice. We got our keychains we're gonna add on there. Yeah, I have it. It's probably like 100 videos down. It's been a minute. I'm making coins into rings. This is a piece dollar I made recently into a ring. The ones I was working on are currently in my tumbler, and I'm making the center punches into keychains right now. But I can't find my jump ring, so I gotta go find them. Jump rings. There they are. Cool. We're going to take our jump ring. We're going to feed it through the hole in the center punch. Hold on to it. Take our keychain. Yeah, if you guys want to get something from me, go to coinringmaker.com, tap the Etsy button, and you can save 10% by using the coupon code WELCOME. Peace dollar looks hard to make, Morgan. I've heard that people have a harder time with the peace dollar than the Morgan. I had a really easy time with it. Like, I don't know, I was in a really bad mood. I dealt with just an unreasonable customer, so I decided to make a ring instead of get mad. And this is the one that came out, and I really like it. This, I got it on Amazon. Let's see if it's got the name on there. Capri Tools. Very good. A heck of a lot better than any metal punch I found at like a hobby shop. I've broken every single one of those. This thing is hardcore. It's tough. I'll go ahead and make this other keychain here. Yes, I do ship internationally. I ship all over the world, which is pretty cool. I've shipped stuff to like Germany and Japan and Australia. It's pretty wild. Sorry, this jump ring slipped on me a little bit. See, it's being stubborn. Eric said he would not accept a ring if I made him one. I offered to make him one free of charge, any ring he wanted, and he said no. He said he couldn't do it. So I tried. Next best thing, order some coins from him. There we go. Got the Wright Brothers airplane on a nice little keychain there. Welcome back, Ben. There we go. Those look pretty cool. Alright. So let's go get these rings out of the tumbler and see how shiny they are. Give me just a second. Fish these out of here.
Come check out Dean's haircut.
Okay. There we go. They're still going to need a little bit of polish, but these are our finished North Carolina quarter rings. If you guys enjoyed the live, please make sure to follow. I really like to make my rings shiny. You can put these in like a darkening solution, and that makes the details pop a little bit. It looks something like this. But I'm still playing with that. I'm not very good at it. So most of my rings come out very shiny like this. If you like my work and want to get yourself something, coinringmaker.com is the place to go. Just tap the Etsy button. Since you made it to my TikTok live, you can use the coupon code WELCOME. Save you 10%, and that coupon code will work for the rest of the year. So if you ever want to get yourself something from me, that's what you do. I'm going to hop off of here. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Y'all have a great day, all right? Bye.